Okay.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but like, I'm touching cotton a little bit right now. Oh, respect!
Welcome back, guys. Doing something a little bit different here. Borrowed a friend's kitchen because I don't have an island at my house, so this makes it easier. So I'm gonna make my favorite sandwich, and then I have Adam, who I'm a huge fan of, watched his shows all the time. He's gonna make an awesome sandwich. I can't wait to try.
Thank you very much. I'm also a massive fan of yours, yes, and I feel like a complete idiot because I wanted to make an awesome sandwich. It was literally, I'll be dead honest, like when I walked up the stairs, I saw him, I was like, okay, calm down, deep breath, don't dork out too much. No, legit, I will completely cop to it. But yes, I've heard that this is your favorite sandwich. This is one of my favorite sandwiches and kind of a taste of home. We were talking about Detroit and Brooklyn before, so I'm very excited to give you a little bit of my Brooklyn heritage. Is this a Detroit sandwich?
This is kind of more of an Amish sandwich.
Okay.
I was born Amish.
Really?
Yeah, and I was only like a year old, and then we switched to English, is what they say. But this is a sandwich that my mom and dad made when we were younger. It's just simple, toasted wheat bread with some peanut butter, jelly, some over easy eggs, so you have the yolk runny, salt and pepper, and you just basically chop up the egg a little bit.
Dude, how do people normally react? Because like I remember like someone saying like they threw bacon on it, you know, and it was kind of interesting. Egg, do people normally give you a kind of a crazy reaction with it, or?
No one. Once people try it, they're just like, "Wow, this is pretty awesome." They kind of get grossed out about mixing the egg and the peanut butter and jelly. But once you try it, then you'll understand that it is something good. It's like sweet and salty.
All right, so I have the chicken breast already marinated in seasoned buttermilk. You could normally, some people do paprika and this, that, the other. I think for chicken parm, just salt and pepper will do it. Let them go for a little bit in the buttermilk. I've already got them going. So what I'm gonna do now is get my sort of breading station ready for them. So I've got flour, egg, and Italian breadcrumbs. You can use whatever sort of breadcrumbs you want. You could even use stale bread. So break the yolks. See that our sandwiches are kind of similar. I mean, we both have eggs in it, exactly. Yours are like the way that people like genuinely love it. So this is just essentially going to be glue. And the thing is, my mom, my aunt, growing up, everybody to bread stuff used to just do egg and breadcrumb. And it would kind of work and kind of come off the chicken and kind of be sort of yolky, and you'd have like this pocket between the meat and the breading. And what I realized was, as I started cooking more, is that you need something for that and that to stick to. So you go flour, egg, and then you do the breadcrumb. What I'm gonna do in the meantime also, I'm gonna get the bread for the sandwich toasted, and you can just toast it plain. We got some extra virgin olive oil. I've done versions of this where you can basically take it and make garlic bread. And you could just do that even with you don't even have to use fresh garlic, just a little bit of garlic powder. In some cases, it could be even better. So you could use just plain old French bread. You can use a sandwich loaf. I like French bread because it's actually more crust than it is filling, and I'm gonna fill it with chicken and cheese and stuff. You don't even need that much, especially if you're just drizzling. So I'll throw it in golden. Don't want to get it too dark. I'll throw it in the toaster oven. This is my first time cooking for you. I am a fan. I will say so unabashedly. I am a fan of this man. I am going, I actually also think that the fresh mozzarella not only looks prettier because of the color, has a really nice even melt and a good flavor. A lot of times mozzarella is just kind of like, ooh, it's that ooey gooey shit on top of whatever. But then again, like as a fraternity guy, like I used to use like Kraft singles and like, you know, English muffins and call it pizza and stuff anyway. All right, we have chicken that has been marinating. I know it looks super shady. I apologize. It is legit just buttermilk. Legitimately just buttermilk, salt and pepper. Now here's the thing. The marinade is good, but it's going to actually cause a lot of problems for us if we still have these super moist. So I got this trick actually watching a friend's aunt. She literally will just lay them, take them with a fork, put them right in a paper towel, and like just seal them up like a pocket. Like lay them out. Because, you know, the buttermilk, it does impart a nice flavor. The thing is, you still want it to be somewhat dry. What are you eating usually like on set during typical production day? What's the Verne Troyer diet?
Well, basically, I don't want to eat too much when I'm working because I get full pretty easily. But I'm just simple. You know, maybe just a toasted peanut butter and jelly, just to tide me over until, you know, I get done working and then go have a meal, you know, for dinner. It's done.
It is indeed. Whew. All right, and it's also good to make sure that it's still a little pliable. You get that, that's the sound you kind of want, that soft crunch sound. All right, so we have the chicken, and again, you know, it could be super thin. You could do it in tenders. Tenders may even work better on a sandwich. I like a cutlet, then I like to cut it. So left hand, I'm gonna go lay it down in the flour, press it into the flour, get all the little nooks and crannies, and then lay it in the egg. Take it from the egg into the breadcrumbs. All right, got to get rid of the raw ingredients, clean up my workstation. We'll get ready for the chicken. And this is where I love TV magic. TV magic at its finest. So we have our breaded cutlets, fresh mozzarella sauce, toasted bread, and we have our pan already getting hot. Now, a lot of people will throw oil in the pan and then turn the heat on, and it's way wrong because you'll actually end up making your dishes more fattening and more soaked in oil. You want the oil to come to temperature right away. And I used to make the mistake, I said it was an Italian dish, fry it in Italian oil, in olive oil. You need to have some of the higher smoke point. So I just got good old vegetable oil. Put in about 1/4 inch of vegetable oil, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Want to make sure we cover the whole surface. I'm actually going to go little, about 1/3 of an inch, and I'm going to reduce the heat here to about medium. Going to grab my cutlets, and one of the other things that people don't realize, you always lay it down as close as you can to the rim near you, and then lay them down into the pan. The other thing is, a pan this size, I'm going to go one at a time. If you overcrowd the pan, everything won't cook. All right, let it cool, let the juices redistribute throughout it. So we're gonna broil on the cheese. So what I wanna do is do sauce, cheese, and then when I put it on the sandwich, I'll finish it off. All right, so we've let these guys rest. We'll take a little bit more of the oil off of them. They should be cooked all the way through. And plus, we're gonna give them another cook, so you don't wanna dry them out. All right, so obviously it has to fit on our sandwich. These are pretty big cutlets. So what we can do is, we'll cut it. You can see it's cooked all the way through. It's even, right? Bomb.
Looks good.
So we could do it. We know it's gonna fit end to end on the sandwich and cover everything with at least a bite. So what I'm gonna do is do that. Could probably use a spoon for this, but I'm not going to. So just some little bit of store-bought sauce. Next I want to try to get some on the chicken. Some slices of fresh mozzarella. And you know, they don't have to be super thick. It's more like American cheeseburgers tend to go super thick. And then you can throw this just under a broiler. I'm gonna do it in a toaster oven. The reason I do that, sometimes I used to just use like the natural heat of the chicken to do it, and it's not really, I can't always trust that. So stick it in there. Let it rip. Oh, melty, toasty, wonderful. Beautiful. Let's hear it for toaster oven technology, right? All right. So now we have our toasted French or Italian bread, as the case may be. Then one in there. Then one in here. Whoop, whoop. And Sam Jackson in Do the Right Thing said, my chicken parmigiana hero with extra mozzarella and extra sauce. So I'm actually gonna put a little extra sauce on top. My sauce on there.
Nice and colorful.
Right. There is my chicken parm for one of easily my silver screen heroes and one of the coolest dudes I've ever had the pleasure to cook with and for. So then I'll just close it together. There you have it.
Awesome.
All right, I made my sandwich. I'm excited to try yours. What are you making for me today, Vern?
Okay, I'm gonna make my classic, which I've shown on my channel before. It's just basically toasted wheat bread with peanut butter and jelly with the egg over easy, so the yolk's still runny. A little salt and pepper on the eggs, and then I chop up the eggs and put it on top of the peanut butter and jelly bread. So
And is it always grape, or do you ever change up the jelly?
it can be pretty much any kind of jam, jelly, just whatever you want, whatever you like as far as flavor.
Creamy or chunky?
It's got to be creamy.
Nice.
I like on the toast, I like the peanut butter to, get even softer.
Absolutely.
So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and toast the bread.
All right.
So
I love that this one has, if you can get a shot of this, it says shade control. The world needs a lot less shade. Right now, we need to dial it down to a 1, people.
I don't know how your toaster works, but can you do 2?
I think so.
Yeah, you can do 2, just like that.
Okay, next thing up, I'm gonna fry the eggs, sunny side up, salt and pepper. So I'm gonna head to the stove and cook these bad boys. Okay, I got my pan heated. I'm gonna go ahead and put some butter in, get the pan coated. Now, Adam,
Yes.
I'm not really that much of a cook.
I disagree, man. Your temperature control is better than mine. I'm
But-
dead serious. Seriously, that's the perfect size. That little foam, that's exactly right.
Okay, well, I got lucky. And this is probably the second time I've cracked an egg.
Success. See?
So yeah,
That's the thing. People psych themselves out in the kitchen for no reason, but that's perfect.
okay.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but I'm touching cotton a little bit right now. Oh, respect! Respect!
Okay,
I admit, I was the force is strong with this one. I wasn't sure. Ooh,
Perfect
ballsy.
egg.
Very nice.
Now we're gonna head back to the island, look at our toast, and then we're about ready to plate this thing up. So
To the island. Now, do you have a favorite brand of peanut butter for either this sandwich or any other?
I always go with Jif because choosy moms choose Jif.
They do.
Yes, I seen that in a commercial. I never liked Skippy.
You know what I really love Skippy for, though? I make peanut sauce. And everyone says, oh, I really dig your peanut sauce. And it's, to me, I find that because there's so much oil in it, it's easy to break up. They're just a little bit of oil, a little bit of garlic, and then sriracha and melted Skippy.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, I will dip my damn shoe in it. This is the part I've been waiting for. You break up the egg beforehand, before it's
Yes.
on the sandwich.
Yes.
You don't want to get that yolk into the sandwich?
No, I do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix the egg up, chop it up, and
Oh, I
then-
thought you chopped it once it was on the sandwich. Everything in your description has been absolutely subverted. My expectations have been beyond met. Because I didn't expect the combination. I thought you were doing it so the yolk breaks into the
No.
peanut butter and you chop it on there. You chop it and season it ahead of time.
Yes. I just chop it up in small pieces, kind of like this, and put it right on top. Okay, got my sandwich. You got your sandwich. I want to try yours.
I definitely want to try yours.
Okay, let's do it.
Switch. There you go. Enjoy. See, you can get around that bit right there. Now let me ask: do I go corner or do I taco? What's the best way to
It's
do
totally
it?
up to you. It's going to be messy if you try to squish it together. But
I
it's
want to
totally
get
up to
this
you.
bite with the yolk though. This bite right here.
That's probably the best bite.
This bite right here. It's right. That's the one right
I
there.
suggest, yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
I like it.
This is awesome.
Like it?
Oh, the chicken is so tender with that sauce and the cheese. Oh, and the bread. The bread actually is. I usually don't like French bread too much,
Right.
but when it's toasted like that,
Uh-huh.
it's actually, I like it. Okay, so Adam made one of his favorite sandwiches, and obviously this is mine. Adam, I want to say thank you for coming by.
Come on, pleasure's all mine, Vern.
I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad that our schedules worked out to where we could hook up and do this.
Me too.
On the cooking channel, It's Secret Eats.
Correct.
On the 19th.
10:30 p.m. Portland, Oregon. Hidden restaurants, off-menu dishes.
Awesome. I'll be watching. Make sure you watch. That's it for this episode. I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave comments below. And I'll see you next time. Peace.